In the center jump circle, it's full effect for the Saints. Justin Hawkins for the Purple Eagles. The Saints win the tip. They will have it first. The road green and gold for Siena. 7-3 in conference play. They too playing their 11th game. Skip it across the floor. Doty had it. Now to Shoats, the floor general for Coach McNamara. That one a little bit flat off the rim, no good. Rebound to Reggie Prudhomme.
Niagara defensively moving around well. This is going to be a tightly contested and physical contest all night long.
Niagara looking to play 40 minutes. We'll get a look at the Purple Eagle starters, brought to you by UBMD Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Hawkins, Prudhomme, Williams, Zonke, and Sabino. Skip into the corner. Vitsa Zonke coming off a career high. Feeds it into Hawk, going to work on full effect. Oh, great pass down low. JoJo shot on the way, no good, but contact and a foul. The foul will go on Antonio Chandler. And Carson, we need to get right to it because the Purple Eagles man down here as we take a look at the replay. Great interior pass. And before we get to the injury, Niagara, fantastic interior passing in defeat last Saturday. I think it was their best game distributing the basketball. Free throw by JoJo has the Purple Eagles in flight. JoJo nearing 90% from the stripe. But Niagara down a man. No Justin Page in the starting lineup. Justin will not play tonight. Injured during the practice week, upper body injury. He is day-to-day, but today is not that day. So Niagara certainly a bit undermanned with Justin Page.
Landon Williams in white as you take a look at the Siena starters.
Yeah, Landon back in the starting lineup. There's a contested three on the way, a whistle away from the basketball. And if that one is on Chandler, and it is, that is 2 whistles in 1 minute and 6 seconds. And both fouls going on Chandler. That is a big story. Great rebounder, nearly 6 rebounds a game as we get a look just at the tail end. JoJo was on the other side of that contact. But how about 55 offensive rebounds for Chandler, but he's going to be a spectator for a while.
Got to further that 4th in the conference for the grad transfer, so a big storyline early.
JoJo to Landon Williams getting that start. Landon's been solid in a starting role, averaging just about 10 points per start. Here's Vitsa keeping that pivot foot strong. Now to JoJo, trying to beat the shot clock. 3 is good. JoJo has the Purple Eagles' first 4 points.
Well, that just goes to show you have to respect Vitsa down low, and he's always able to find that extra pass to kick it out to a hot hand.
Did you say kick it out? That is exactly what Reggie Prudhomme just did. There you see Coach Paulus, and also you get a good look at, folks, the brand new LED tables. You'll see those rotating right now. The ad for Pepsi, the official beverage of Niagara University. So a great look now with the LED tables. They were down for about a year. Back in service for the rest of this season and into the future. Shoats with it now, left side of the lane. Picked up by Prudhomme. Good move by him, and Justice Shoats averaging 13 a game, spins it home.
Well, Siena brought back over 68% of their points from last season, and 74% of their minutes come from these 5 gentlemen on the floor. Consistency has been the story this season for Siena.
Yeah, what a luxury. You know, those players have been together for a number of years. You just know where your teammate's going to be. They work well together. Landon Williams, pass Coyle. Great interior pass. Hawk off the iron, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes up. That is the finish for Hawkins.
I'll tell you, that is not easy to do. One of the top defenses in the conference just goes straight up in a sea of green hands.
6 of the first 8 to the purple and white. Shoats, good move. Skip it into the corner. That one in and out of the hands. Turnover. Isaiah Henderson unable to make the catch. Here's JoJo with it. Right wing now to Reggie Prudhomme. Certainly want to give a good hello to our fans in the Capital Region, Siena Saints fans tuning in to Carson and myself here on ESPN+. Backdoor cut. Landon Williams. Layup is good.
I'll tell you, this is going to be big. If Niagara can convert on their high percentage shots, you know you're going against a good defense. That's what they did all weekend long, going back and forth with Sacred Heart in their last game.
Niagara has had very good starts over the last handful of games. A heartbreaking defeat, 2 heartbreaking defeats on the road. Coyle with the catch just before that ball floated out of bounds. Here's Doty with it, going to work on Williams. Full effects, got his sights set on a 3, and that one is good. How about the freshman?
Well, I tell you, seeing Francis on the floor early on, this guy is massive. His arms are about as big as my head. He looks like he could play outside linebacker if he really wanted to. You can see why he can run the paint and also shoot it there.
3 for 7 now from 3-point range. People are going to rewind to the beginning of the broadcast, see how big your head is, Carson, with that reference. But
too big.
Full effect. He looks like he has shoulder pads, but no, those are his shoulders. Ball knocked out of bounds. 8-5 is the 6-point deficit. Cut in half. There you see Will Short and Trenton Walters checking in. Hawkins and Vitsa Zonke out. Speaking with Coach Mack earlier today before the Saints hit the practice floor. First thing he talked about in the differences, and building off of the first time these two teams met, he immediately said no Trenton Walters last time. Interior pass. Will Short goes up off glass too strong.
Walters is a guy that can really dish the ball around, so the Purple Eagles happy to have him back in the lineup today.
Shoats with it now. In the corner. Doty catch and shoot three off the iron, no good. Good job there by Will Short. Contested behind him, tipped it to a teammate. That's heads up.
And that's something that a lot of the Niagara bigs have in common. They're very athletic. They can move around. They can play multiple positions.
Will Short with it now. Backdoor cut Prudhomme. Didn't like it, so they'll go to Trenton Walters. 12 to shoot in a first half. Starved for whistles. We're already at our under 16-minute media at the next whistle. Trying to thread the needle, unable to do it. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Purple Eagles basketball. They'll draw up a play while we are away at a break. 5 to shoot when we come back, just underway from the Gallagher Center. Happy to have you along. Purple Eagles lead it by 3 right here on ESPN+.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
Yo, you can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
Hey.
Looking to drive more and fill up less? There's a Honda Hybrid for that. Drive a new hybrid today, on sale now from just $259 a month. Want up to 614 miles per tank? There's a Honda Hybrid for that. Want to drive a car and driver 10 best vehicle? There's a Honda Hybrid for that. Honda Civic, Accord, and CR-V hybrids are in stock now from just $259 a month. Search your local Honda dealer today.
You are our greatest weapon. You really think you can outrun what you are?
You took down a full assault team alone.
You think I can't handle the truth? It's about who you really are.
I thought you were gone. Not gone. Unshackled.
Shelter, rated R. Only in theaters January 30th. Get tickets now.
They always tell you there's a catch, a compromise, an asterisk. Sprite Zero Sugar? It's different. It's the lemon lime flavored refreshment you want with zero sugar. This is Sprite Zero Sugar. Obey your thirst.
There you see the Purple Eagles huddle. Haven't adjourned the meeting as yet. Let's take a look at our keys to the game. They're brought to you by Niagara ROTC. We'll start with the Purple Eagles. Coach Paul has told Carson and I a little bit earlier today, multiple efforts defensively. That was important. And ball toughness, and that's on the offensive end. First key was defensively, obviously, but that second key, finish around the rim. Will Short left that one off of the rim. Those are Niagara's keys. We've got time to sneak in the keys for the Siena Saints, I think. If not, we'll get to it as soon as possible. Jerry McNamara did say limit turnovers. He mentioned 5 turnovers. Lately, they've averaged about that number. They've taken great care of the basketball. And he knows that they need to be strong defensively, and that includes if you get a stop, get a rebound. Walters hoists a 3 again. Had to beat the shot clock. That one offline. Rebound to the Saints.
Well, for Coach McNamara, both of his keys were really things they've done well all season. Second least turnovers in the MAC, if you zoom out a little bit. And against Niagara in that first matchup, they out-rebounded the Purple Eagles 43-26.
Yeah, that was a lopsided game. Siena ran and hid in the first half. It was over in the opening 20 minutes. Doty creates contact, gets knocked off his path. Bill Covington, the lead referee, indicates the foul is on Niagara's Reggie Prudhomme. That's the first foul against the purple and white here tonight.
See him kind of dip that left shoulder and almost used it to stop on a dime. It was a pretty impressive stop, but all right call early on, we'll say.
So there you see the reigning MAC player of the week, Gavin Doty, swishes in a free throw, nearing 80% from the stripe. He has the most free throw attempts on the team, and I think you're talked right about it, is that Carson creating some contact, getting to the line.
I think what's most most helpful for Coach McNamara. You know what you're going to get each and every night out of Doty. Leads the team 4th in the conference in points, but he also is an incredible player on the glass, leading the team in total rebounds.
He crashes the glass. He's got the right mindset. You want your teammates to do this, think that, well, the shot's going to miss. So he's already crashing the glass. They hope it doesn't miss, and neither did that free throw. But certainly the Saints are aware. So Gavin Doty with his first 2 points from the stripe. Siena, big win last time out against Marist, where they allowed Marist just 14 second-half points, incredibly, and Doty offensively at 16. Deep corner three, Landon Williams, no good. Guess who with the rebound? Doty's got it. So he single-handedly outscored the Red Foxes. Incredible. Shoats jumped pass, caught left wing. Christian Jones has checked in, the freshman from Katy, Texas. Jones has it again. They find it now to Shoats. Shoats picked up by the much taller Vitsa Zanki. Stop and go move. Shoats goes along baseline. Shot clock single digits. Good little wiggle there. Floater on the way. Good. It settles through Isaiah Henderson, who had a career high 13 back in Albany. That's a good looking finish.
Yeah, certainly. He gets up and gets through. Just at the last second, Justin Hawkins kind of reached in ever so slightly, but this is what Siena does. They create opportunities, even when Niagara has tough defense. 7 straight for the Saints.
Henderson doesn't get to the line a lot. That one on the way. Good. Now 75%. We'll do some math on the go on a Friday night. 12 for 16.
That's all you tell.
The next one is on you because that was easy math. Trenton Walters with the basketball into the front court. Man-to-man defense again by the Saints. Riley Mulvey has checked in. The 7-footer from Rotterdam, New York. Here's Vitsa. Now to Hawkins. That one is coming near us, and the Purple Eagles turn it over.
I think we haven't seen this early on. Just try to stay on the same page as you start to get some of the reserves in here. But that's what makes Siena so difficult. We talked about how often they play together. That allows them to switch the man, switch the zone. They can change their defense on the fly, which has made them so difficult to play against this season.
First turnover of the ball game on the Purple Eagles. Henderson with the basketball. Niagara looking to get a stop and snap this run that Siena is on. Mulvey's a 7-footer. Now to Doty, another catch and shoot three, around and out, no good. Vitsa Zanki, good length there for the Croatian. 6'8", able to get the carom. Again, man-to-man defense by Siena. Trenton Walters with the basketball. Quick as a hiccup. Leaves it for Hawk, and then a foul, says Will Flowers. That's a holding foul on Christian Jones.
I tell you, Walters, his game is so interesting. He can stop and start on a dime, the JUCO transfer. And he really can set plays up throughout the floor. One of the top junior college programs in the country. He came from Indian Hills.
Longtime Purple Eagles fans will remember Braxton Bayless also played community college basketball at Indian Hills, and Bayless had a good run here as a Purple Eagle. There's JoJo with it, our spotlight player. Whip it across the floor. Good thing Vitsa's 6'8", catch and shoot three. Good. Vitsa Zanki, a career high 19 at Sacred Heart last Saturday. He's oozing confidence.
I tell you, he's really starting to find his stroke from beyond the arc. Obviously a big player, but something to be said, but he can play at all three levels.
Doty drops it down low. Mulvey layup is good.
I'll tell you, if you're Doty, he started off 0 for 4 tonight from the floor, but that still doesn't mean he's not productive. He forces fouls from the defense, creates a nice play there with a little pop pass.
Teams exchange the lead. Here's JoJo with it off the screen, set by Will Short, trying to feather it down low. Ball knocked away. Again, Siena extending that defense. Prudhomme runs his defender into a screen. Now to JoJo, right wing three. That one on the way. Good again. JoJo, 2 triples. He's got 7 to lead all scorers.
I tell you, Niagara's doing such a great job trying to find a lane in the post. If it's not there, kick it out to the side. And right now they're finding open shots.
Backdoor cut there by Doty. He's able to finish and take the foul. That one will go on Trenton Walters, I believe. Count the bucket for Trenton. It is his first. Doty does so much and moving without the basketball. We talked about aware on offensive rebounds, but there a little pick and roll, and what a feathery pass by Mulvey to hit him in stride.
Yeah, we talked about the uncharacteristic start to this day, still being productive, but you see he can score so many different ways.
Here is Doty trying to break the tie. It is on the way, and it is good. Again, he's got 5. That leads the Saints. Brendan Coyle in. Doty will come out with 12:14 left. Strategic timeout, right? That first whistle inside of 12 minutes will be a break, a 2-minute break for the media timeout. So I don't think Doty's going to sit on that bench very long.
Yeah, just get a quick breath. But also, you get Coyle in here, another great shooter, so it's almost pick your poison.
The foul on Walters was his first. Trenton checks out. First look at Brian Griffith in the deep right corner for the Purple Eagles. Now he runs the baseline. Griffith, a junior from Owensboro, Kentucky. Now Vita going to work on Brendan Coyle. Steps back, a 2 on the way. Off the iron, no good. Right on line, but he left it short. Yeah, outlet to Shoats.
You said it right, Todd, right on the line. So you see a body flying to the floor.
Yeah, that is Jojo Sabino. A foul, says Bill Covington. We're going to take this to the media timeout. 11:48 left first half. There you see Siena up by 1. Coach Paulus told us Jojo will look for contact. He'll embrace it. He did right there. More to come after this.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
In order to fly, you need a place to take off. At Niagara University, you'll find community around every corner. Classes that take your learning to new heights. And professors who inspire you to achieve at the highest level. So come find your people. Find your passion. Find the very best version of yourself. Come find your wings and soar at Niagara University.
Class, today we're talking March Madness. Open your textbooks. Vicky, something wrong?
I just learned this new dance online, but I've got nowhere to show it off.
I know the perfect place to show your flow. Join thousands of screaming fans for an in-person experience you have to see to believe. March Madness.
Thanks, Professor. My March Madness dance is going to be fire.
Maybe workshop that one.
We'll take a look at that last play before going to break, and that is a solid screen. Riley Mulvey, 7 feet, 240 pounds. JoJo was going one direction and stopped in his tracks. They did review it, and it has gone as a common foul. Yep, Bill Covington tells us that was excellent. It wasn't flagrant, but it was definitely illegal.
It was good to brush up.
Everybody's in a good mood here on this Friday night in the Niagara Frontier.
Well, I think this is the only warm place in the Niagara Frontier, Todd.
It is Friday nights inside the Gallagher Center. They can get hot in here. We are just in a wicked stretch of cold. And the last week's storm, when 40 states in the country were impacted, and a lot of regions, including Albany. They had a ton of snow, impacted their practice week this week. Sabino now to Hawkins, who's checked back in for Niagara. Left wing, Reggie Prudhomme did hoist the 3. Ball fake, feed it underneath. Hawk now to JoJo. Does he have his third triple? He does. JoJo's got 10.
Great movement from Reggie to Hawk. Thought he had JoJo initially. Pass wasn't there. Kicks it in. Again, kicks it back out from the paint.
Coming into action today, JoJo is hitting 15% of his threes. There's Shoats off a screen. 2 is good. Silky smooth is Justice Shoats. He came in incredibly. 4 for 27. JoJo 3 for 3 here tonight. And we are deadlocked at 17. Coach Paulus told us in a pregame interview, he's like, JoJo's going to impact the game in a lot of ways. Not hitting a lot of threes this year. Maybe he was outside the closed door there. I don't know. But JoJo has responded with 3 triples. Here's Prudhomme. Oh, tried to feather the pass to Hawkins, but the long arm of Riley Mulvey said not now. Shoats with it. Hesitation move. Going to the bucket again on Prudhomme, and he lays it in. Reggie Prudhomme has a foul that has impacted his pressure defensively.
Yeah, but Justice, we've seen it a few times now. The Bunnies just separate him from his defender. Gives him easier shots than what it appears to be.
6 in the game for Justice Shoats. Purple Eagles send Landon Williams, Will Short, and Trenton Walters to the scorer's table. Right wing, JoJo, does he have another? He does! A little heat check, and it is warming up for number 12.
Como se dice en fuego right now. 4 for 4. We knew he had to step up, but I think this is much more than anybody could have anticipated.
No Justin Page, if you weren't here earlier. Riley Mulvey on the catch. Page injured during the practice week. Touch pass, corner 3 on the way. That one bounces out, no good. Rebound rolls out to Coyle, catch and shoot 3, around and out. This time it is all white shirts. Again, JoJo, 4 made threes coming into the game. First half through half of it, he's got 4 made threes. Incredible.
And I tell you, Niagara taking advantage of an uncharacteristic slow start from Siena right now.
Hawk takes it right at the 7-footer off the window gently.
And the last thing you want to do is get the Gallagher Center rolling, especially with these guys. They've been knocking on the door the last 2 games. Now's the day that Niagara's looking to kick it in.
Second half of the season starts tonight. Niagara's in a hole, but they've got some time to make it up, and Shoats is more than halfway to his average. The senior, he has incredible. He averages almost 5 assists per game. Preseason first team All-MAC. There's a pass knocked away, stolen back by Griffith. Inside of 9 minutes, Niagara leading it by a point. But the length of Riley Mulvey really impacting the game. Floater, BG, that one no good. Rebound, Shoats.
Yeah, just as you said, the length, he had to put that shot over the arm, and that's eventually what impacted it.
Pick and roll, Mulvey kicks it in the corner. There's a 3 on the way, that one no good, but a contact on the follow-through. The foul is going to go on JoJo. That is the first for the junior from Jacksonville, Florida. So to the line goes Isaiah Henderson. There you saw, that was some solid contact. If Bill Covington were over here, he would say it wasn't flagrant, but it was definitely illegal again.
That might be the quote of the day, Todd.
That is tremendous. I'm not sure. I think you might have one in the next 38 basketball minutes. Free throw good. Henderson now with 4 points. Had 3 points last time out for the Saints against Marist. Talking with Coach McNamara, second one goes in. About that time off, that week off, he said combination of self-scout. We needed to get healthy. Our guards play a ton of minutes. You talked about how 8 guys, sometimes maybe 9 guys. He said, but you know what? We needed to practice. So we had good hard practices Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week. Last weekend, Friday, Saturday off, they had the storm. That impacted things. He said, but also with that layoff, free throw no good, he said we had some time to look in the mirror, get a reflection on us.
And what a better time. You've won 3 in a row. A lot of people say, you know what, let's stay hot, let's keep playing. But you know what? That's the foundation you can build practice on.
We heard Coach Paulus say it is a long season, and now with still 10 conference games left, I think you treasure a day off if you can get it. Walters along the baseline, gets cut off by Folefak. Up top, Landon Williams. 4 to shoot. Landon. Fadeaway 2 is good. A tough bucket there for the sophomore from Farmington Hills, Michigan. He's got 4.
Well, Coach Paulus said he wants to see how Landon responds to adversity today. Make your own shot.
Henderson to the bucket again, initiates a contact. Will Short with the foul. That is Will's first, and well, back to the line, Isaiah Henderson will go.
I think there really wasn't a whole lot of real estate. The player goes up. Will didn't really have a whole lot of room. I mean, he's already big as all.
Here's the replay, taking us to break. There you see the foul. Will was going to help him up, but his teammate did. Free throws after this.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
Yo, you can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
Looking to drive more and fill up less? There's a Honda Hybrid for that. Drive a new hybrid today, on sale now from just $259 a month. Want up to 614 miles per tank? There's a Honda Hybrid for that. Want to drive a car and driver 10 best vehicle? There's a Honda Hybrid for that. Honda Civic, Accord, and CR-V hybrids are in stock now from just $259 a month. Search your local Honda dealer today.
You are our greatest weapon. You really think you can outrun what you are?
You took down a full assault team, alone.
You think I can't handle the truth? It's about who you really are.
I thought you were gone. Not gone. Unshackled.
Shelter. Rated R. Only in theaters January 30th. Get tickets now.
They always tell you there's a catch, a compromise, an asterisk. Sprite Zero Sugar is different. It's nothing but crisp, lemon-lime flavored refreshment with zero sugar. This is Sprite Zero Sugar. Obey your thirst.
Now, when you get a Jimmy John's sandwich, you can add any bag of chips and a drink for only $1. You know, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, or 1 jillion pennies if you love counting. Whatever, $1. You get it. Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
With low prices store-wide. Eat well for...
And we welcome you back to MAC Basketball on this Friday night alongside Carson Harper. My name is Todd Kell. Let's take a look at our series history. These longtime foes. Series history brought to you by Blue Ox Roofing, a longtime corporate partner with NU Athletics. They are the premier roofing company in the greater Buffalo Niagara region. It's been that way for more than 30 years. How about the 118th matchup all time? The series very close, separated by just 3. There's the matchup that Niagara wants to forget about. They did go back to the tape. You look at things, you look for tendencies, but Siena in a lopsided win. Niagara 31-19 here at the Gallagher Center. Our series history brought to you by Blue Ox Roofing.
Let's not forget the last time Siena was in this building. That was quite the doozy later on. Niagara coming away with a close win.
Niagara won that game by a point, and Brendan Coyle was fouled in the last second of play on a offensive rebound putback. Henderson peers at the rim, not thinking about Coyle's bucket. Rattles that one in. We have another lead change. How about our 11th lead change already? But Coyle, with the game in his hands, missed the first one remarkably, and then he missed the second one. Niagara hung on for a win. Here's Vitsa, 3 on the way. That one no good. Will Short, the rebound goes up, and a foul is called on Isaiah Henderson.
Something that's building early on for Niagara. They've had a great start to the game, but they've also turned the ball over 5 times. So it's almost like, you know, you're only down 1 in spite of those 5 turnovers. You clean that up, and we could be looking at a very interesting contest.
So Will Short will go to the line. The foul was on Francis Folafak. My mistake, not Henderson. Free throw. Ooh, that one off the line. No good. So 50% from the stripe for Will Short. As mentioned, coming off a great game last time out at Siena. At Sacred Heart. 13 points, 13 rebounds. Will coming off the bench tonight. Second free throw good. He stays at 50% on the year. First point of the evening for Will Short. Congratulations, you made it. Now he's got to go sit down.
But I think overall you're starting to see him really understand the game, the collegiate game. Played 31 games last year here in the purple and white, and right now the growth is just up and to the right.
4th tie of the game, kicked by Trenton Walters. JoJo Sabino checked in when Will Short sat down. We'll take a look at the 5 on the floor for the Saints. Shoats, Folafak, Doty, Christian Jones, and Brendan Coyle. 4 of the 5 starters. But Antonio Chandler, 2 early fouls in the first 90 seconds. So he has sat out much of this first half. Folafak, he's already used his dribble. Trenton Walters lurking, 15 to shoot. We see Walters in one corner defensively, and now he's banging chest with Jones. Pass now to Folafak, going to work on Hawkins. Big step, floater, good. That is tough. Folafak, the freshman, 5.
I'll tell you, Coach McNamara said he's a real bruiser, and you see right there, just gets through the body of his defender and goes up to the rack.
27-25. The Saints have regained the lead. Hawk with it on the right-hand bounce. Going to work against Folafak. Trying to back him down. Hawk gets cut off. Now to JoJo. JoJo bangs into Folafak. Flips it to Landon Williams. Whistle and a foul on JoJo. Now that's the second on Sabino. So decision time for Coach Paulus. I look across. He has his arms folded. You'll see this come back up here, and it is such a bang-bang play. That is not what JoJo was trying to do at all, but with that much contact, the whistle has to come.
I think the defender kind of ends up in your kitchen. You're not really sure what to do, but that's going to come with his game, right? He's a physical player. He's a grinder, and that's something you're going to have to live with.
So JoJo comes out. We'll make a note of this. 27-25 the score with just over 6.5 left when Niagara's main producer today. Sabino goes out. There's a move by Folefak. He's got 7. Coach McNamara said, this young man very versatile offensively and defensively. He showed some versatility there.
Well, the last bucket before that one goes through his defender. This time just goes around. Right to your point, Tom.
Folefak. Defensively now looking at Hawkins off glass. Good. The Purple Eagles run a nice play there, and the foul is called on Folefak. So let's see what Coach McNamara does. Second on the freshman. He looks to Riley Mulvey, and Mulvey's coming in. What a finish there. That is solid work by the baseline camera to our right. I know that's camera 4, right, Carson?
You are correct.
All right, I tried to get that straight. It's been a lot of years, and I'm just getting my act together on that. But camera number 4, solid work. She's a veteran. She's done games before. It shows. Hawkins free throw, no good. Too strong, rebound, run down by the Purple Eagles. Hawk, right wing, Landon Williams thought about a 3. Now he goes to the bucket. Against Mulvey, finger roll, no. Again, the 7-footer doesn't have to block it. If he's in the neighborhood, he's impacting the shot.
You know, Niagara likes to control the pace. That time you had numbers on Siena, so you kind of had to speed the game up, but Mulvey doing a great job getting right back to his spot.
Game's got a lot of points so far. This pace a little bit higher than where Niagara likes to see a game in the 60s. Siena averages over 70 per contest to the bucket, but a foul. Christian Jones is fouled on his way to the rack. Trenton Walters whistled. That's his second. And again, Niagara man down. No Justin Page tonight. They hope to get him back on Sunday. Well, that's his second Purple Eagle now with 2 fouls. As there you see Walters bodying Christian Jones off his path. This guy is virtually automatic from the line. The freshman from Texas, now 14 for 15 on the season.
Yeah, I think to your point, Todd, coming into this game, I really didn't think we were going to see this kind of start from either side. I thought it was going to be a little bit slower pace, defensive game, very physical, but this one's really taken off.
Free throw good again by Jones. So Reggie Prudhomme back on the floor with Zonke, Williams, Hawkins, and Walters. Williams couldn't get it to Walters. That's good ball denial defense there by Christian Jones. Now Walters has it. Saints switch defenders. Landon Williams in the corner. Up top, Walters. Whipping around the perimeter. Shot clock single digits. You see Coach McNamara egging on his team, and he just got the ball knocked into him. He doesn't mind. That's good extension defense there by Shoats.
Early on, we saw Siena closing off the passing lanes. Right now, you're seeing that, but the difference was early on, they were leaving out that corner 3 on the edge. That's what got Niagara early run.
Hawkins, 2 seconds to shoot. Now to Reggie. A 3 on the way. That one no good. It did draw iron. Defensive rebound, Doty. Saints lead it by 4. Shoat. That is good defense there by Landon Williams. Inside of 5 minutes. Riley Mulvey's had good minutes here in the first half. Doty now to Jones. Little wiggle. Walters stays right in front of him. 6 to shoot. Shoats pulls up. Oh, that one's swatted away by Landon Williams, and he goes and gets it.
Great possession there from Williams the entire time. The comms, the movement, and then finally the statement.
Landon Williams back in the starting lineup tonight. Walters with it. Runs his defender into the screen. Stops, pops, 3, money.
Todd, before the game, he took 5 consecutive shots right from that spot. Each one money, butter, whatever you want to say. That's his hot spot.
Niagara back to within a point. 6th made triple here in this opening half. Justin Hawkins comes down and fouls that layup attempt by Justice Shoats. For Hawk, that is his first. 8th team foul on the Purple Eagles. You can see it right there. I think he got him twice. He got him first at the elbow and then up near the wrist. I guess that's making sure that Shoats doesn't get the and one. So one of the MAC leaders in minutes per game. He is at the line where he's just about a 70% proposition. That one no good. Rims out. Career high 31 he set it last year against the Purple Eagles.
Yeah, but he's also so good at dishing the ball around. Over 100 assists, which, as you can imagine, is top half in the MAC.
Yeah, he has been tremendous. And, you know, I want to refer back to the conversation with Coach McNamara, and he's like, yes, we get a lot from Shoats as that one settles through. He goes, a lot of people overlook his defense and how he can extend the opposing guards and really interrupt that initial pass. Here he is again, right in the shorts of Purple Eagles Prudhomme. Now to Walters. Walters create a little bit of space there from Christian Jones. Next whistle, our under 4-minute media timeout. This has been a good one. Landon Williams now to Reggie. Shot clock at 5. Trying to create some space from Shoats. Deep three on the way. Walters beating the shot clock. No good, it rattled out. There was some contact, no foul called, and that not unexpected. Some could look at it as a bailout call. Doty. Little Euro step, and that one rattles through.
He had Zanke right in his grill, still able to get enough separation and put the J in.
Back up by 4 are the Saints. For Gavin Doty, his second field goal. He's made 3 free throws. Purple Eagles take it along the baseline and call timeout. We will step aside as well. Coach Paulus decides to use it or lose it. Niagara will inbound in the front court when we come back right here on ESPN+.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
In order to fly, you need a place to take off. At Niagara University, you'll find community around every corner. Classes that take your learning to new heights. And professors who inspire you to achieve at the highest level. So come find your people. Find your passion. Find the very best version of yourself. Come find your wings and soar at Niagara University.
Class, today we're talking March Madness. Open your textbooks. Vicky, something wrong?
I just learned this new dance online, but I got nowhere to show it off.
I knew the perfect place to show your flow. Join thousands of screaming fans for an in-person experience you have to see to believe. March Madness.
Thanks, Professor. My March Madness dance is gonna be fire.
Maybe workshop that one.
Now we welcome you back inside the Gallagher Center. Siena in town. They'll be here all weekend. They'll head to Canisius on Sunday afternoon. The Purple Eagles will host Marist. We'll have a look at both teams' upcoming schedules a little bit later in the second half. We want to let you know our halftime report comes your way in, well, a matter of minutes. Brought to you by Upstate Farms Milk for Life. Upstate Farms Milk for Life helps you recover smart with real fresh milk, and it's lactose free.
Well, I know who's been drinking the milk. It's been Siena, outscoring the Purple Eagles in the paint 18-6. You know they're physical, but right now making a statement in that department.
Rebounding story, very even. Both teams shooting well. How about Siena? Better than 60%, 11 for 18. Niagara's 11 for 21. That's over 50%. Not a ton of rebounds available. Each team has 10. Hawkins with it. Tried to get Vitsa on a fade screen, couldn't get it to him. Hawk going to work on Mulvey. Big step, spins. Now trying to create floater, around and out, no good. Rebound to Coyle.
The vice grip of this defense has just closed in. Niagara in their last few possessions haven't really had great looks, great adjustments from the early start.
Shoats stop and go against Prudhomme. Reggie out there with the foul. Jump pass. Jones going to settle on the three, and that one no good. Rebound beats Zanke. Outlet to Reggie. Niagara looking to go. Brendan Coyle. He was the last man back, but good hustle there by Coyle. Another half-court set for the purple and white. Along the baseline, looking for the cutter. Landon Williams goes up, layup good, and the foul. They were just setting that play up. Hawk patient, and then landed with a cut and one.
You said it perfectly. The patience. He thought about the pass, thought about it at the perfect time. Williams cuts right through. Look at this play going up, making a bucket, and now you have an opportunity to get your legs back underneath you. Make this a one-possession game.
Brendan Coyle, the foul. That is his first. Free throw. That one good. Landon Williams at it again as a starter. Averages 5 points overall, but 10 when he starts. He has 7 first-half points. Saturday at Sacred Heart, Niagara, the best ball movement away from the basketball led to a lot of driving layups, and that was a look at it. There's Shoats creating and getting it to go. He has 11. It's been a quiet 11. That counts as points in the paint. What a move.
Yeah, just the slight hesitation. Again, just waiting, being patient. Gets his lane, gets his defender to bite toward the rim. Wide open shot.
There's Vitsa off a screen. Good job by Coyle to close it out. Reach around foul on Riley Mulvey, trying to knock that pass away, which he did, but too much body contact. So Hawkins will go to the line. He will shoot the 1-and-1. There's the replay. The Saints sideline thought that was a ticky-tack foul, but Mulvey got enough of the hand. So here is Hawk to the stripe, 72% on the season. Free throw good on the front end, and I'll tell you what, Niagara, they just could not get that one into the winner's circle. It was 3 missed front ends of 1-and-1s. So as they get to the line here tonight, trying to make those matter, and Hawks now 8 first-half points.
Yeah, we talked about with Page out, who's going to step up, and I think the entire roster right now is really stepping up.
Yep. Niagara drops back in a 2-3 zone. Prudhomme and Walters up top. Hawk in the middle, flanked by Landon Williams on one side, Beats on the other. Catch and shoot 3 by Coyle, no good. Doty offensive rebound, spins and lays it in.
He just does it all. Great read off the rim for the rebound, finds a lane, and just he's very decisive with his shots.
70 seconds left first half. This has been great. Hope you're enjoying it with us on this Friday night. Hawk, backdoor cut, beats a layup, is good. Beats a Zanki's got 5.
There was a bit of a quiet period for the Purple Eagles in their ball movement and their passing, setting each other up. Now we're starting to see them get to the rack in different ways.
We're inside of a minute. There's a lob pass swatted away by Hawkins, but right to Doty, and he lays it in. I'll tell you what. Well, the old adage, the harder I work, the luckier I seem to get. Gavin Doty working awfully hard the last 2 trips. He's got 4 points to show for it. That was Justin Hawkins just knocking the ball away. Oh, I'm in the spot, and Doty able to finish.
I was just going to say what a great read it was from Hawkins to knock it in, but unfortunately Doty had a read on the read.
Hawkins now to Landon Williams, 8 to shoot. Walters, backdoor cut with the catch now in the corner. Vitsa's 3, good! Oh, with Coyle in his face, and Vitsa Zonke with some exuberance. He has tied this game up at 40. He has 8.
So we are watching an inspired Purple Eagles squad. It really didn't look like there was going to be a look from the baseline. Again,
right.
Kick it out, get that extra pass, and I mean, this is pretty safe to say they're playing above their average outside the arc.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Team is shooting very well from the perimeter. At the last timeout, the Purple Eagles, again, they were shooting, as I said, 50% overall and doing darn well from outside of the perimeter. But incredibly, now 7 made threes. Niagara's used that play along the baseline. Trent Walters, more times than not, has been the one to distribute. So even though your coach will tell you never jump to pass, Trent Walters has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he saw Vitsa open and fed him a nice catchable and shootable pass.
And Vitsa is also one of the hot hands from beyond the arc early
Absolutely.
on, and now going into this one. So I think, you know what, let's take our chances with one of our guys that is rolling right now.
Yeah, Vitsa career high, 19 at Sacred Heart. Deadlocked here at 40, 10.2 seconds left. We love the Upstate Farms Milk for Life halftime report, but I'll tell you what, no need to get there yet. This has been sensational. Shot clock dark, 10 plus seconds remaining. Niagara 7 for 12 from 3-point range. Siena just 1 for 8. Here we go, full court pressure by the Purple Eagles. They bracket Shoats. Right back to the freshman who gives it back to the senior. Shoats trying to create. 5 seconds left. Cut off a 2 on the way is good. Oh, he is feeling it. There goes the buzzer. I'll tell you what a finishing kick here for the Saints. They race off the floor. The Purple Eagles will go to the hallway on the right side. An entertaining opening 20 minutes. We are ready to go with half number 2 right in front of us. Josiah Sabino to inbound. Second half underway. For the Purple Eagles, same starting 5 that opened the ball game. Likewise for the Saints. That means Antonio Chandler back on the floor. Kick in the corner. Landon Williams fakes his 3. Past the defender, keeping that left-hand dribble alive. Now to JoJo. JoJo going to work on Doty. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints, says the official on the baseline. Now you see Brendan Coyle gesturing over across the floor to his head coach. He wanted him to challenge that, but they won't. I think Coyle might have been talked about out of it because then he waved it away. Here's Vitsa. Floater off glass, no good. Hawk goes up for the rebound. Oh, he tipped it to Vitsa, who laid it in. Maybe he tipped it on purpose. Maybe it was just fortunate.
We'll say on purpose, Todd. We'll make everybody look good tonight.
7th tie of the ball game after a first half that had 11 lead changes. Shoats to Doty. Landon Williams drawing the assignment of Gavin Doty. Kick it now to Shoats, didn't hoist the 3. Siena 1 for 8 from the deep perimeter. Coyle now in the deep corner. Shoats, he's got a 3 on the way. That one no good. Rebound to JoJo. And I'll tell you what, if you can get an assist on a rebound, Justin Hawkins would have right there for a great screen out of a Siena would-be offensive rebounder.
Todd, you know what you're doing. He completely eliminated an entire defender.
Prudhomme with the basketball. Reggie shut out in the first half. The average is nearly 7 a game. Backdoor cut. Niagara incomplete pass there. It'll go back over.
Good idea. Again, get the ball to a hot hand, close to the rim. But I think this is the time where we start to see Siena adjust their defense, try to catch Niagara off guard, maybe even switch it throughout the possession.
Just the 4th turnover tonight for the Purple Eagles. Siena, they've also taken good care of the basketball. Coach McNamara said that has been a trademark in their victories. Shoats with it. Oh, feathers the pass underneath. Little pick and roll, and Antonio Chandler, his first bucket. He took out some frustration on the rim for missing so much of the opening 20.
Well, I tell you, you start 1 for 9 for 3. I think in the second half here, we're going to start Siena really emphasize those high percentage shots throughout the possessions.
Prudhomme, left elbow jumper. That is good, and Reggie Prudhomme loves to see that ball go through the hoop. See if that doesn't spur the grad student from Missouri City, Texas on. Shoats to Folefak. Double team comes. Folefak pressured, skip it across the floor. Shoats on the catch, steps through the defender and lays it in. Well, I think Reggie Prudhomme got stepped on. Shoats confidently stepping through and maybe stepping on, but count the bucket. We'll get another look at it.
Great job finishing through the defender. You got 2 guys, splits the defense. Again, Justice just showing why he is one of the captains on the squad.
So the foul, they indicated at first that it was on Landon Williams. I was surprised to see that, and I believe they just switched it to JoJo. I believe that one was on number 12, Josiah Sabino. It was. That is his 3rd. So that's a big development. 2+ minutes into half number 2. Shoats free throw good. You'll hear the horn sound. Soon you'll see Will Short come on the floor. He will trade places with JoJo. So 13 first half points for the Jacksonville native, but his 3rd foul will send him to the sideline. Saints up by 3.
And for the Purple Eagles, you lose one of the hot shooters from beyond the arc.
There's a pass stolen away. Shoats got a hand on it. There's that good defense. Stepping into the paint. Pass knocked away by Hawk. Reggie Prudhomme picks it back up for Niagara.
Yeah, at that point, if you're Shoats, be selfish. Take that shot. You've played well throughout the night. You don't need the extra pass there.
Hawkins and Prudhomme play catch. Man-to-man defense again by the Saints. Hawk going to work on Brendan Coyle. Behind the back pass. It was a good pass. Will Short unable to catch that one. Maybe the direction from which it came caught Will off guard, but I thought that was the only way he could get it there.
Yeah, certainly Hawk leading the team with 5 assists. He's really moved the ball well. That's half of Niagara's assists tonight.
That was a season high number that he set against Sacred Heart, so just one helper away from setting a new season high. Doty in traffic, able to finish.
Again, making opportunities through the Saints. You have Niagara kind of kicking the ball around, giving up turnovers. Take advantage of what Niagara is giving you right now.
2 turnovers in the first 3:20. Purple Eagles call timeout. We will step aside as well. We'll go to a full timeout. There you see our score. Siena, this is their largest lead of the ball game at 5. More to come after this.
What do you expect from that first job out of college? Working your way up from the bottom? Instead, how does this sound? Starting in a guaranteed leadership position with people who look to you for guidance because you're trained to give it and make important decisions in critical situations. Skip entry level. Decide to lead as an Army officer.
The all-new Bally's Atlantic City has new rooms, new restaurants, and more.
Enjoy a night of fine dining at Park Place Prime, where Jerry Longo's meatballs and martinis.
Then stay in our brand new Bally's Hotel Tower, inspired by the heart and soul of the AC Beach and Boardwalk.
These contemporary and clean rooms are reflective of the bright and soothing coastline.
So book your stay today. Visit Bally'sAC.com.
Plus, don't miss happy hour at Park Place Prime or Phil's Carousel Bar.
In order to fly, you need a place to take off. At Niagara University, you'll find community around every corner. Classes that take your learning to new heights. And professors who inspire you to achieve at the highest level. So come find your people. Find your passion. Find the very best version of yourself. Come find your wings and soar at Niagara University.
Looking to fit your crew, haul your cargo, or road trip to your next adventure? There's a Honda for that. Want big savings from just $239 a month, or to save thousands with 0.99% financing? There's a Honda for that. Looking for a new car for just $24,595? There's a Honda for that. Want award-winning cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs in stock now? There's a Honda for that. From just $239 a month or 0.99%. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Ask any mermaid you happen to see. What's the best tuna chicken of the sea? Ask any mermaid you happen to see. What's the best tuna chicken of the sea?
They always tell you there's a catch, a compromise, an asterisk. Sprite Zero Sugar? It's different. It's the lemon lime flavored refreshment you want with zero sugar. This is Sprite Zero Sugar. Obey your thirst.
Dave's wipers definitely need replacing, and an AutoZoner helps him find the right wipers. Our biggest sale is almost here. A to Z savings starts February 10th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's all happening too fast.
What, you nervous about the wedding?
No, it's the house, dude. We got approved.
Bro, don't stress. This house, it's the one.
Speaking of the one, caterer. We need a caterer.
Now, when you get a Jimmy John's sandwich, you can add any bag of chips and a drink for only $1. You know, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, or 1 jillion pennies if you love counting. Whatever, $1. You get it. Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
Here they come, yo. Here they
come. Yo, you can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash.
Well, we told you before what's on the horizon for the Saints. Let's take a look into the Purple Eagles' upcoming schedule. Brought to you by Cambria Hotel, Niagara Falls, 311 Rainbow Boulevard. Beautiful new property. Check it out, Cambria Hotel, Niagara Falls. Well, they're upscale, not uptight. Niagara will host Marist here. A stretch of home games for the Purple Eagles, just one of the next 6 on the road. Marist, then the crosstown rival, Canisius Golden Griffins. Niagara will try and sweep that series. Then it's to Hamden for a 1-game road swing against Quinnipiac. Then they'll host the Jaspers of Manhattan and the Gales of Iona. Justice Shoats an opportunity to extend the lead. Shoats, couple of practice dribbles. He's 2 for 3 from the line here tonight. That one is swished in.
You know, Coach McNamara told you that he is a complete Iron Man, and we've really seen how he can affect the game in so many different ways. 20 points, which leads the contest.
Efficient also, right? 8 for 11. That one on the way. That one is good. Not a lot of rotation, but he didn't draw any iron. Against Marist last time out, 12 points, but on 15 field goal attempts. Tonight, much more efficient. The lead is 7, largest of the night. Purple Eagles have put JoJo Sabino back on the floor. He's got the basketball now, floats the pass to Hawk. JoJo, a great first half, 13 first half points. 10 to shoot. Walters around the screen, stop and go move. Floater off glass, no good, tapped up. Full effect rips it away. Niagara missing from in tight there.
And Hawkins had a pass earlier on, but just missed that split second of a window he had. We talked all night. Siena has closed those passing lanes quickly. That's why Niagara's turned the ball over more than the Saints.
Motion offense by the Saints outside the perimeter. Shoat spins away. Oh, Niagara nearly stole it. Chandler, he did bounce it on the sideline. That was good quick hands before that pass by Niagara.
A little taste of their own medicine. Niagara getting a little more aggressive than we've seen throughout the night, attacking the ball. And I think at this point, you know, you can only shoot so well from beyond the arc and catch up with Siena for so long. This is the time you really got to close this game down and control the pace.
Prudhomme, who just checked in, now in the corner. JoJo didn't hoist the 3, going to work on Doty. Spins off glass, settles through. JoJo now with 15. Niagara back to within 5. Full effect has it, gets rid of that quickly. Chandler now to Henderson. Shoats is open. His 3 airborne off the iron, no good. Rebound, JoJo. Career high for Division I basketball, 13 caroms last time, and Reggie Prudhomme turns the ball over. He was ready to fire it into the corner, and at the last second changed his mind. That is the fourth turnover on Niagara here in 6.5 minutes of the second half play.
Yeah, we said Siena, they're a team that will take advantage of the mistakes. You have to limit them. We'll see what happens in the next 13 minutes or so.
Pass intended for Doty, and then as the ball goes out of bounds, the foul is called. There was contact, to be sure, and maybe that's why Doty didn't get that pass. The foul is on Trenton Walters. So here is another Purple Eagle with 3 fouls. Not a lot there. They put it up on the video board, and Coach Paulus getting after the striped shirt saying, where is the foul? Full effect, his pass stolen away. So in some circles, the ball don't lie. Here's Trenton Walters. Problem for Niagara, though, is that foul was the 3rd on Trenton. So 2 Purple Eagles on the floor with 3 fouls apiece. Walters, 15 to shoot. JoJo, his 3 on the way. That one no good. Right in front of his bench, getting a lot of encouragement from his teammates, but his first one from the deep perimeter tonight misses.
The first shot he's missed tonight to further that point, Todd. And Walters had a shot. However, again, we said keep giving it to the hot hands.
Doty, his shot no good, and an offensive foul on Antonio Chandler.
And I think, you know what, you're going to take that chance.
That is the 3rd on Chandler, who again excels on the offensive glass, and there you see it. JoJo, and he was shoved in the back. There you get a look at Brian Griffith, who has checked in. Trenton Walters to sit down for Niagara. Again, if you missed the first half, well, you missed an exciting 20 minutes, but we also told you that Niagara without Justin Page tonight. Got hurt during their practice week. Day-to-day upper body injury. They hope to have him back on Sunday. Prudhomme, his 3 on the way. That one no good. Long rebound to Brian Griffith. Oh, and a whistle and a foul is called again on the Purple Eagles. Long shots equal long rebounds. And that's on JoJo. That is his 4th, and that is a huge development. Let's see if we can see it here. Just the left arm came down on Doty, and Doty crumpled to the hardwood. So JoJo out, Vitsa Zonke back in. 5 fouls this half, 4 of them against the purple and white. Siena up by 5, full effect corner. Shoats didn't like that 3. Doty will pull the trigger. That one is good, he knew it.
From the start, Doty has had open looks. Set a slow start, but eventually he's going to knock those down. You don't want to poke the bear. You don't want to, it's almost like we're dealing with a sleeping giant here.
Siena, their largest lead now at 8. Brian Griffith now to Landon Williams. He'll feed it to Vitsa. Vitsa, good first half as well. He had 8, now he's at 10. Griffith on his way to the bucket, count it! And the foul, you had to figure if a Saint looked at a Purple Eagle the wrong way, the whistle might come. That was more than a nasty look, that was a foul. Count it. Brian Griffith will go to the line in search of the old-fashioned three-point play when we come back. Siena leading it by 6. Timeout.
Here they come, yo. Here they
come. Yo, you can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
Looking to fit your crew, haul your cargo, or road trip to your next adventure? There's a Honda for that. Want big savings from just $239 a month, or to save thousands with 0.99% financing? There's a Honda for that. Looking for a new car for just $24,595? There's a Honda for that. Want award-winning cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs in stock now? There's a Honda for that. From just $239 a month or 0.99%. Search your local Honda dealer today.
You are our greatest weapon. You really think you can outrun what you are?
You took down a full assault team, alone.
You think I can't handle the truth? It's about who you really are.
I thought you were gone. Not gone. Unshackled.
Shelter, rated R. Only in theaters January 30th. Get tickets now.
They always tell you there's a catch, a compromise, an asterisk. Sprite Zero Sugar is different. It's nothing but crisp, lemon-lime flavored refreshment with zero sugar. This is Sprite Zero Sugar. Obey your thirst.
Now, when you get a Jimmy John's sandwich, you can add any bag of chips and a drink for only $1. You know, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, or 1 jillion pennies if you love counting. Whatever, $1. You get it. Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
With low prices store-wide. Eat well for...
Well, the Purple Eagles to within 6. Here's how they got there. Not a lot there, the Siena sideline will tell you, but with the foul disparity like it was, not a surprise at all. Brendan Coyle looking for an explanation. That is the second on Coyle, and Brian Griffith will have a chance at the line to bring Niagara to within 5.
I think, if you're Niagara, we won't see the intensity increase here in the last few minutes or so, but you also have to control yourself, control the controllable. Don't let this game speed up on you.
So Brian Griffith, they call him BG, 21 for 27 from the line. That is 78%. Had 4 points in 17 minutes off the bench in Albany. First time these two teams met, and he gets a generous role. He's got 3. Purple Eagles turning up the pressure a little bit defensively. They'll drop back in a 2-3 zone. Now they switch right to man-to-man. Once the Saints came over the center court stripe. Shoats, he dribbled it off his foot, but it rolls to Henderson. Now we'll give it to Christian Jones. Jones gives good minutes off the bench. Shoats on his way to the bucket and gets it through again. He is taking Reggie Prudhomme to the rack.
A great feel there from the Wilkes-Barre, PA native. There was a lot of open space in the paint. He just hits the accelerator and gets 2 easy points.
How about 23 points in the game for Justice Shoats? Is he going to surpass that career high? It's 31. Set it here against Niagara last year. Throw it on the baseline. Hawkins going to work on full effect. Up top, BG didn't hoist the 3. Takes the defender down low. Floater, no, but a foul. Niagara attacking the basket, thinking the whistles will start to come their way, and they are. There's a reach-in foul on Jones.
It's back-to-back attempts here from Griffith that he's been able to control the contact in the paint and still put up an aggressive shot and at least here get to the line.
So young man has a lot of confidence, has scored a lot of points as that one rolls off the rim. On the road trip, just played 1 minute in those 2 games at Fairfield and at Sacred Heart, so he remains ready. Has scored now over 20 points in 6 MAC games.
This is why, if you're Coach Paulus, you bring in the JUCO transfers, because there's one thing to transfer somebody from another Division II, school that may have sat the bench, but these guys play every single day and at a high level.
So Griffith uncharacteristically misfires on both, so an opportunity for Siena to extend their lead. They have led by as many as 8. Riley Mulvey has checked in now to Shoats. Shoats left elbow jumper, that one no good. Rebound tapped by Hawk, he's got it again, and on the way down he feeds it to a teammate. Here's Vitsa, catch and shoot, fakes the 3. Now to Hawk, Hawkins. Griffith, they leave him open, that 3's got to hurry, it's no good.
Hawkins has been the unsung hero, saves a play down in his own end. Then right before that shot, he dishes out the pass to Griffith and a quasi screen right in front of him to give him an open look.
Niagara trying to not get pushed too far away, and a big 3 there by Christian Jones. He's hit his average at 5 points, and it is a 10-point lead by Siena. They put the pedal to the floor against Marist in their last game, blew them out in the second half, and they've had the upper hand here. Vitsa thought about a 3, but full effect to his credit, closed on him quickly. Prudhomme, throw it on the block. Hawkins, good catch, spinning on Mulvey. Into the corner, BG's got it, 8 to shoot. Back to Hawk, floater, good. That's some pretty sweet interior passing.
Yeah, great decision there from Hawk. He thought he had a shot, let's kick it out to the outside. We've had success there, but then he opens up himself and gets a nice look.
Will Short, Trenton Walters at the scorer's table for Niagara. They'll check in at the next whistle. Doty being guarded by Williams. Off balance runner on the way, no good. Mulvey in his 7-foot frame get the rebound and a foul from behind, says Bill Covington. Zanvita Zaki, I have that as his first. It is, and the 5th team foul.
I think one thing that makes Mulvey, the grad transfer from Iowa, so impressive is not only is his presence felt in the paint, but he also has great feel dishing the ball around. He could have easily gone up and got his own shot, but dishes it out and gets fouled.
Shoats inbounding out near midcourt. Jones, very good athlete, the freshman from Texas, like a receiver, checking his feet there. Folefek, and the interior pass goes right to the bucket and lays in it. His first bucket in half number 2.
And that's his bread and butter, right? Be aggressive, get yourself a shot, go up, and put up a high percentage attempt.
The lead back to 10, 8.5 left here. So I mentioned Niagara's just got to stay within an arm's length here. Brandon Williams threads the needle to Will Short, blocked away by Mulvey. Will's got it up again, that goes up, no good, but too strong, and the foul. The foul is on Mulvey, and now the Siena fans are letting the striped shirts have it. Mulvey, there you see his reaction, he disagrees.
I think I might be with Riley on this one. These were two guys, he and Short are just going at it. We'll see if there was something at the end, slight reach in.
Yeah, that is a foul.
Yeah.
When you bring your arm down and you make contact, that is a foul. Siena bench a long way from that far baseline. Will Short at the line, that free throw on line, but no good. The Purple Eagles have missed their last 3. This was a real trouble spot for Niagara, trying to close out the last game. Different pressure right now. That was trying to protect a lead in the final minute. Here trying to get back in a game. So pressure, but just different kind. That'll have to hurry, it does. So Will Short, well, he stays 50% from the line.
Yeah. Justin Hawkins coming over, giving him a conversation. The senior to the sophomore. Same thing. Control what you can control. The game speed up on him for a couple possessions a few moments ago, but there he's able to settle down and sink the shot.
Shoats and Jones play catch. Now they float it to Doty. Back to Shoats. Spinning again on Prudhomme. Steps through and able to finish off glass.
I'll tell you right now, Justice Shoats is winning the battles in the phone booth. He's able to put up these shots when he's tightly defended. And again, Doty creating a play off ball.
I knew you'd have a good one. That was a good one because it was in tight quarters. Phone booth, a great analogy. Hawkins off balance shot, no good. He tried to draw the foul, did not get the whistle. Skip it across the floor. Doty catch, ball fake to the bucket, knocked away by Will Short. Folefek has it. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Tries to step over and through, and Hawkins blocks it away. Prudhomme into the front court to Landon Williams, and a foul committed there intentionally. Not anything that will lead to 2 free throws, but Siena wanted to get a whistle. Back and forth we go. Timeout, 7:19 left. Purple Eagles basketball. When we come back, Niagara down by their biggest margin. They're down by 11.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
In order to fly, you need a place to take off. At Niagara University, you'll find community around every corner. Classes that take your learning to new heights. And professors who inspire you to achieve at the highest level. So come find your people. Find your passion. Find the very best version of yourself. Come find your wings and soar at Niagara University.
Class, today we're talking March Madness. Open your textbooks. Vicky, something wrong?
I just learned this new dance online, but I've got nowhere to show it off.
I knew the perfect place to show your flow. Join thousands of screaming fans for an in-person experience you have to see to believe. March Madness.
Thanks, Professor. My March Madness dance is going to be fire.
Maybe workshop that.
And welcome back to MAC basketball on this Friday night. My name is Todd Callan. Carson Harper is on my right. 66-55, Siena out in front. So the Saints, you know, they had 8 days between games, right? With the bye week last weekend. So they've waited a while to play this game. They had to wait even longer to get into town. Carson, you heard about, I'm sure, that big pileup on the New York State Thruway. 25 to 30 cars and quite a distance back, but in the thick of it was the Siena Saints bus. It took them over 7 hours to get here, twice as long as always. I asked the coach, well, what did they do? And he goes, well, the players just looked at their phones and did stuff on their phones. So they passed the time well. Williams and Hawkins play catch, but maybe one pass too many. Again, in tight, Niagara trying to thread the needle. They got away with it once, but then the steal by the Saints, their fourth steal. Inside of 7 minutes. Has to start at the defensive end for the Purple Eagles. Mulvey to Jones, kick in the corner. Shoats didn't hoist the three. Back to Jones. You see the shot clock at single digits. JoJo Sabino back on the floor. Jones will hurl a three at the bucket. That one no good. Long rebound, though, to the Saints. Mulvey had it. Will Short lost his balance. Doty to full effect. Skip it. Extra pass. Touch pass. Corner. Jones. Good.
I tell you, lately, Riley Mulvey has been in his bag. He saves that possession there. That cross-court pass with the 7-footer, he had a duck out of the way, knew exactly where his teammates were behind him beyond the arc.
27-15 this second half, and the Purple Eagles, Landon Williams answers with the three. Well, Niagara was living by the three in the first half. Maybe that's part of the ingredients for success. The Purple Eagles have called timeout. They have 2 left, down by 11, and maybe we look for something, some pressure here defensively for the Purple Eagles.
Yeah, certainly. We've seen at times them slam on the accelerator, and you almost have to fight fire with fire, knowing Siena is a good defensive team. But we talked about Justin Page being out, and we knew Landon Williams, a sophomore, was going to have to step up. I've been very, not surprised, but pleasantly surprised with how he has answered. 10 points. He's knocked in the only free throw, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. He also has a pair of rebounds and that huge block that really got the bench on him. You want to build up the confidence from your teammates, make a statement in front of them, and then talk a little junk when you're going down the other way.
Landon's first 4 starts for the Purple Eagles this season were also the first in his career, right? The redshirt sophomore sat out all of last year with an injury. How about at VCU? You know what? We're going to roll you out in your first start at the Siegel Center. And he explodes for 17 points, a career high. 10 against Houghton, 11 against Sacred Heart, 11 more against Fairfield. He does not mind seeing his number called and have Fred Queso, the longtime public address announcer here inside the Gallagher Center, mention him as a starter. Full effect to Doty. Shot clock now at 10. Niagara down by 11. Shoats with the catch. You got to think he's going to keep it and try and create along the baseline. Loops the pass, catch and shoot, high arcing three, air ball, and that is a shot clock violation. Mentioned it had to start on the defensive end. Niagara gets the Landon Williams 3. They call timeout. They force a shot clock violation.
Yeah, great draw up there on the whiteboard for the coaching staff, and eventually just make Jones try to humchuck one in, and that is a great defensive stand. You're going to need a few more of those coming up.
Walters, pick and pop. Hawkins, his 3 is airborne. Oh, it rattled out, no good. Rebound tapped out to Vitsa. Back to Vitsa. 3, good. I'll tell you what, Vitsa, Zonke, good work. Josiah Sabino, he was making some noise there in the paint that led to that tip out extra pass. 8-point game. Back-to-back triples for the Purple Eagles. You called it that maybe they'll keep that hot hand from the deep perimeter. 5 minutes left. Full effect, steps through, layup rolls off the rim, no good. Now that one went off of full effect right near the baseline. It'll be Purple Eagle basketball.
Vitsa, he just does so much well. He can shoot from beyond the arc. He's a big defender. That time, I mean, there was hand fighting going throughout the paint, and he had the last laugh.
Trenton Walters looks over to the former Duke point guard. New play call for the Purple Eagles. JoJo's got it. Dries some perspiration on his right hand off his right hip. JoJo's got it again. Now to Landon Williams, step on the defender, feeds it to Hawk, layup, too strong, it rimmed out. Hawk's got it again, along the baseline, ball fake goes up, blocked away, and out it goes to the Saints. Unable to finish again in the rim. Coach Paul has said, finish. Niagara unable to do so. There was one of our ROTC keys to the game.
I think if you're Hawkins, that's still the right play. Try to draw a foul, put a shot up, but eventually the defense just closed in.
Shoats trying to get some space from Landon Williams, but he has got good length defensively. Doty had his pocket picked by Trent Walters. Niagara trying to get a 2-on-1. Walters floats it past JoJo, layup. JoJo's got 17.
Love the way that Walters plays. Pick the pocket. You know you have the fans on your side. Let's toss it up. High percentage shot. And now the Gallagher Center starting to roll, Ty.
Temperature starting to rise here on a cold Friday night. But here inside the Gallagher Center, it is warming up. Timeout called by the Saints. We'll step aside as well. Our under 4-minute media comes with the Purple Eagles to within 6. The Saints will have the basketball when we come back.
This or that.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this, yo. Swear's that. Yo, niftily. Yo, we can make it. Into me. What we are, cuz what we be the epitome. Do, da, dippity. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
Looking to drive more and fill up less? There's a Honda Hybrid for that. Drive a new hybrid today, on sale now from just $259 a month. Want up to 614 miles per tank? There's a Honda Hybrid for that. Want to drive a car and driver 10 best vehicle? There's a Honda Hybrid for that. Honda Civic, Accord, and CR-V hybrids are in stock now from just $259 a month. Search your local Honda dealer today.
There's going out to eat, and then there's going all out with Platinum. There's nothing like having an in with Priority Notify and turning a regular Thursday into the day you tried this, this, and this. And with up to $400 in Resi credit, there's nothing like having an excuse to do it all over again. Nothing like Platinum Nights and realizing the place lives up to the hype. With dining benefits at over 10,000 Resi restaurants. There's nothing like Platinum.
Well, nothing new here. The Purple Eagles find themselves in a tight game here in the second half. Well, folks, we want to remind you that if you're looking to get all the college basketball you can handle, well, you can all in one place with the all-new ESPN app. Unlock it all with ESPN's unlimited plan or log in with your TV provider. Carson, you will get a steady and a full helping of college basketball with that read. You got to follow the instructions. You've probably already done it.
No, I've said this on the women's broadcast. I always forget my TV provider login, and so that's usually the tough steps I have to go through. But after that 15 minutes of aggravation with myself is over, then I can enjoy the ESPN Plus.
I am so glad you said that because my family asked me for our DirecTV login. I'm like, I still have no idea. I've got no idea. Full effect with it. Backing into Hawkins, see what they've drawn up. Up top, Doty, an open three. It is good. Catch and shoot, Doty, exactly what they drew up. 19 in the game for the reigning MAC Player of the Week.
And we said this is a quiet 19. This is a guy, he knows when the pressure is on. You can imagine in these next 3 minutes, he's going to step his game up.
2 straight threes by Doty. He's turned up the volume a little bit with those last 2 buckets. Landon behind the screen, now to Hawkins. Hawk trying to back into Mulvey. Shot clock at 5. Now we'll dribble it back out. Got to hurry here. Landon sees the shot clock. Stops and pops, and it drops.
A lot of confidence for Williams right now. I love the look. Against a 7-footer as well.
4 Purple Eagles in double figures here tonight. The Saints have 2, but more important, the Saints lead it on the scoreboard. Full effect with Walters always lurking. Now to Doty. Didn't hoist the 3. Steps through the paint and gets the roll. 21 in the game.
I'll tell you, Coach McNamara said that Doty has a relentless motor, and this is why you see it's kind of like Derrick Henry in football. That fourth quarter, you know he's going to perform his best.
Hawkins feathers the pass. Vitsa shot no good. No call. Coach Paulus incensed, his hands in the air, getting after the striped shirts. The lead is 9. Any empty trips with 2:14 left in the game, they can be lethal. Full effect. Gets it on the block. Cutting to the bucket. Doty. Reverse layup. No good. Didn't spin in. Rebound tapped out by Mulvey, but right to Landon Williams. Here's Walters. He tried to shake free, and as quick as Landon is, there's a quick catch and shoot by JoJo, a season high 19 in this game. How about that?
I tell you, the stocks for JoJo right now are up and to the right. Really finding his footing in this season.
Shoats with the basketball. The floor leader for the Saints. Purple Eagles need a stop. We're inside of 100 seconds. Very patient is Siena. Lob pass down low, catch and lay in by Mulvey. Well, he shoots 60% coming in. We can see why. Both his buckets part of the points in the paint barrage by the green and gold. 9-point game. Vitsa, catch and shoot 3. No good, left it short. A 3-possession game with the Purple Eagles needing to fire up the threes. Niagara has committed 5 team fouls. I would think they're going to foul, and they do. Trenton Walters going for the steal. That was a hard foul. 6th team foul, and for Trenton, that is his 4th.
I think this all goes back to Coach McNamara's timeout after the pickpocket, after the score. Niagara, a lot of energy. They're able to settle the building down, and right now they've come off that timeout fantastic.
Yeah, that is such a good point. Purple Eagles were on an 8-0 run, and then the Saints have turned it around since then. Very good game here. Doty being handled. Oh, I'll tell you what. Now that whistle came late, well after Doty dribbled it off his foot and it rolled away. And Coach Paulus, there you see hands on hips. You'll see Doty into the defender, a little bit of a head bob. And that foul is the 5th on JoJo. Well, that was a tight call, an unexpected whistle. I mean, look at the developments. 1:06 left. The Saints will go to the line. They'll shoot the 1-and-1. And oh, by the way, JoJo in his career high is now out of the game.
Yeah, and not only that, but that ball sneaking away. JoJo has a wide open real estate in God's country to put the ball up and in and get some 2 points for the Purple Eagles, then reset the full court defense. But you know, the entire theme for Niagara all day long is who's going to step up now with your top scorer out for tonight. Who's going to step up now?
So Purple Eagles going to need a little bit of help here. Down by 9, and Doty shooting a 1-and-1. Already 3 made free throws here tonight. Perfect 3 for 3 as he toes the line. Number 3 scorer in the MAC. It's on the way, and it's good. He knew it. He didn't flinch a muscle after that release. 22 in the game. He had 21 against Marist. I mentioned the 16 in the second half. This young man having a great sophomore season. Jars another one. The difference, 11 points. Niagara into the front court. They have to score every trip. Here's Trenton Walters now to Reggie Prudhomme. Couldn't hoist a 3. Walters catches now, goes against Doty. Ball fake, up top, Reggie. Wide open left wing. Hawk didn't hoist the 3. The ball is loose. Hawkins has got it. Vitsa, his catch and shoot 3. That is money. Vitsa Zaki with 4 made triples here today. Don't go anywhere. An 8-point game. Vitsa now with 16, following up the career high 19 last Saturday at Sacred Heart.
Now the 3rd time that he has sunk 4 threes, which is his career high. Last happened November the 17th at Lemoyne. I think the only negative of that possession is you had other looks. I think right now you're going to have to design a look for Vitsa outside the perimeter, try to get a lot of movement and see if you can get a mismatch or somebody slacking on the Siena side.
It's not just the scoreboard and the points, it's the clock. And the clock was dwindling, and Niagara missed dribble. They had to run it down. Vitsa catch and shoot 3. Now, across from us, 2 of the officials are at the monitor, and it's going to be either time or checking on Vitsa's sneakers to see if they were behind the line. I thought it was close looking at it live. So at this point, it did go on the board as a 3. 78-70. There you see the officials.
And I tell you, I was a little surprised that Walters didn't take the 3. I know he's 1 for 4 tonight, but he has the highest three-point percentage on the team. You'd like to see a little bit of confidence there from him.
Yeah, he's got plenty of confidence. Something that was unfolding in front of him. He didn't think it was just right to pull the trigger. 48.9, looking to see if they make any adjustment there. And they've moved it to 49.1. So just a look at the clock. Don't forget, we'll be back with you on Sunday afternoon here on ESPN+. Purple Eagles will host the Marist University Red Foxes. They were part of our out-of-town scoreboard, taking on Jim Christian's Golden Griffins. Tonight's game kickstarts 3 straight for the Purple Eagles at home. It's a busy stretch. Friday, Sunday, Tuesday against the crosstown rival Golden Griffins. Canisius will be doing the same thing, playing Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday.
You know, we asked Coach GP, he said 5 of 6 at home here in the next stretch. He said, nope, just this one. One game at a time, and I think that's important. As we said, they've been knocking on the door. They've been playing well. It's really just finishing out these games.
Stick with us for our Brickyard Pub and Barbecue postgame show. After the final horn, we'll interview the winning head coach, Brendan Coyle, in the background. Pass stolen away by Walters. Trent in the corner to Reggie. Now to Hawk. Extra pass. Landon Williams, and a foul is called on Justice Shoats. Now it is just the 6th team foul, so not a 1-and-1 opportunity. So the Purple Eagles catch a break here. Landon is good close there by Shoats. Yes, he did body him, but I think Shoats was just thinking, I can't give up a 3 here.
Yeah, but defensively for Niagara, that was almost like a peanut punch. Big turnover in the offensive end, and now you get an opportunity to set up your half-court offense.
I think the first shot that presents itself, it's a 3-possession game. It does not have to be a 3. Trenton Walter back to Hawk, pick and pop 3, good! Justin Hawkins, don't go anywhere.
Justin Hawkins has had a phenomenal night.
At this point, they have called it a 2. Timeout called by Coach Paulus. They are going to review that one. So we will be under review as asked for by the striped shirts. 78-72 is our score right now. I set a 3. This just in. Carson, I've been wrong before. Is there any space there? That is not a game of inches. That is a whisker.
It's about as close as it gets. Really, it's just, was that foot touching? But immediately it was called as a 2 from the near side referee.
So close. I don't know which way this is going to go. And is it a situation where they called it a 2 on the field? You got to see something to turn it around. Now, that's how I would look at it, Bill Covington. I would lean even closer. Will Flowers leaning. Sometimes you have to do it. Whatever it takes to get the call right. So we're going to have another look at it. I don't know, are those pink or red shoelaces, the different colored shoelaces? We needed the toe of his sneaker to be a different color because the arc right there is purple.
I think something else to keep in mind, our camera's obviously located at center court, so you kind of have an angle behind Hawkins right there. If it's right on, which that's where the referee was standing, so
they have more looks. Correct. They have more looks than we're able to show you because there are, as Mac required, multiple cameras positioned, and it is a 3-point basket.
They also have the Truman Show camera inside Todd Callan's head.
I was going to say, right again.
Thank you. The TC cam coming to an arena near you.
78-73. I thought I was going to have to cross out for the 100th time this season, but no cross out needed. How about 16 points in the game for Hawk? So Niagara, they will reach in. They'll commit the foul right away on Folefek. Folefek gets to the line a lot. He is a freshman, although this late in the season is anybody a freshman, but 75% from the stripe. It'll be the first trip to the line for Francis Folefek. 61 for 81 on the season. The foul was on Niagara's Vitsa Zonke. So I mentioned the Purple Eagles would need a little bit of help. They got a backcourt turnover. We'll see if they get a help on a free throw here. It's on the way. It looks too strong. It is no good. Rebound Niagara. Hawkins and Trenton Walters. 2-possession game inside of 30 seconds. Here's Walters to Vitsa. Vitsa, that's a tough three on the way. That one no good. Rebound Chandler, and the foul given right away.
This is eerily similar to the last time that Siena was in this building, going back and forth, coming down to the free throws, and ultimately it was in this same end zone, as they call it here at Niagara, that became the difference. 2 shots missed, but I think that's what Coach McNamara said he didn't want to happen, what happened last year. They beat Niagara early on in the season, and then it kind of snuck up on them in the second time they had matched up.
Yeah, handily both times at MVP Arena. So here we go, another 1-and-1. Shot clock off. There you see 22.4 left. Free throw is drilled. A line drive free throw by Chandler. He's 70% from the line. He had 11 rebounds against Marist in victory 8 days ago. Trying to knock them both in. That one is good. That's a big one. 3-possession game. Again, Niagara's Trenton Walters has it. Stop and go move all the way to the bucket. Kicks it in the corner. Landon Williams open 3. That's good. Landon with his second triple here in the second half. Foul committed right away on the entry pass. Folefak fouled. 15 seconds left.
I tell you, that was silk, Todd. Going up with the right hand, deciding to, again, as we've seen all day long, kick it out to the side. A little baseball toss, turn it 2, and then another great shot there from Landon Williams.
And it was Walters again who was thinking ahead of the play. We saw Gavin Doty do that earlier, and again, Walters knows who's going to be open. So here we go again. You mentioned the end zone. There you get a look at him. Doing all they can. It's early in the semester. It's a perfect night to be here. Folefak, the release. That one is good. It slithers over the rim. So I found this little nugget doing some prep work. How about Francis Folefak? Are you ready for this? 6 siblings, all older sisters.
Wow.
The young man had to wait his turn, and now he steps in and buries both free throws.
He knows how to handle pressure.
2-possession game. Walters with it, only nearly dribbled it away. It's saved by Walters. No, it is out of bounds, and Niagara turns it over. They needed a 3, and the Saints were going to give up the 2. And at the last second, Trenton Walters just dribbled that one away. It's a turnover for Niagara. Well, now if they don't get the steal, they have to foul right away. No luxury as to who you want to foul. Ball nearly knocked away. Now they throw it into the backcourt. 5 seconds left. Niagara's Reggie Prudhomme in the corner. Landon Williams, his 3 is good with .3 left. It's an 82-79 game. But it looks like the Purple Eagles are going to run out of time. Catch, and there goes the horn. And this one is over. The Saints finish out the game, but not without a final kick by the Purple Eagles. 82-79 our final score. We are going to step aside